watched half of her videos because she sent me like probably 10 minutes worth of videos. And I've only gotten through 5 minutes, so I'm like, I'm gonna forget what she said in the first half. Okay, here we go. Put this sheet out here. What's up, guys? If you're welcome to tea time, we're running late. I'm running late, and I'm putting out the tweet right now, so it's gonna be another minute. And yeah, we got a lot to just talk about though. We got, what do we have to talk about? We have meme projects and shitcoins and cool cats stuff. That's pretty much what I have on the list.
Doodles.
You have anything?
Doodles.
Yes, Doodles is there too, and then also Cool Cats though.
Hey, what's happening with Cool Cats? Because I'm unaware of this.
Cool Cats partnered up with another company.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's cool.
What?
All right. Yeah, we'll talk about it in a sec. Hold on, let me find this fucking live.
Yeah.
Why can't I find it? Are we not live? There we go. There we go. Okay, here we go. Now I can share this one. This is the last step that I almost always forget, is the actual getting of the link and tweeting it. I'll do all the work. I'll do everything. I'll have all the links pulled up. I'll have my restream. I'll have my thumbnail made in advance, and I'll always forget this part. All right, meme coins are mooning. Again. Do you want to talk about Summit Club while I'm doing this, since we're here already? If you have any updates.
Just a quick update. We had a really good AMA with the Moonbirds Dynasty community earlier today. So they're based in Hong Kong. Well, actually just in Asia, but it was off Hong Kong time, and had a really good chat with them. Just confirmed we're going to be going into the world of alpha in a couple of weeks' time, which is very exciting. I've decided, I made the executive decision yesterday that we are going to delay. This is alpha. We are going to push back the kind of like launch period by a month.
Okay.
And that's based on just everything is absolutely dead right now.
Yeah.
Dead. So people are on holiday, they're on vacation, summertime, August. Every single business I've ever worked in, August is like just a non-existent month for business. So yeah, gonna kind of like just take a couple of weeks just to focus on other stuff, and then just continue to kind of like just working on all of the other things, and kind of kind of not putting pressure on just like having a launch date.
Yeah, the launch date is pretty irrelevant in the grand scheme of things.
Exactly. Like this is the tagline for the entire project is a Web3 project for the infinitely curious, which suggests that time is irrelevant. So
fucking irrelevant, dude.
Yeah, I'm not in a rush. I think the people that understand what we're trying to achieve aren't in a rush as well. And if they are, then they don't need to be in the club because it's not the right place for them. So yeah, I think it's I think the key is that we just keep on kind of demonstrating value, helping people out. We're doing a cool thing next week. Which, are you doing the internet game thing?
I am. I found out the Bored Ape Yacht Club Doodles. There's a huge like prize or something, or potential prizes.
Yeah, it's fucking big, man. It's like,
dude, I'm gonna fucking win. I'm not kidding. I'm gonna win a Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Have you chosen your team yet?
Well, I put it out in my community, and I had a few people reach back out. So I know I have enough people. I just gotta choose who's gonna be a winning team here.
Well, this is the thing: is how are you gonna choose? Because it's tough because you can only choose 4 people.
Well, dude, I mean, it's like games online. It's like random online games. Like, there's no way to vet them before. Like, I don't fucking know. I'm not even. I wouldn't pick myself. That's the problem. I'm the guy running everything, and I'm the one who wouldn't pick myself. So no bueno for me.
I'm the exact same. But anyway, for people that don't know, I mean, Nikki G was the one that like basically hooked us up. So
yeah, shout out. Nikki.
The Summit Club George Kingdom are going to be involved in what's called the Internet Game, which is second season 2. But I think we're just doing like a pre-game thing. It's not the actual game we're getting right. I was reading the thing. It was like, we're not actually doing the actual thing. Yeah, we're basically just doing free marketing.
Oh, sick. So we're not going to win a Bored Ape Yacht Club?
Somehow I feel like no, that's the table for us. I feel like
wait, what? Hold on. Why are we doing it then? Who is this company?
Just promotion. Just internet. I don't know. Internet game. Fuck knows.
Why are we doing it though? I thought it was
fun. Innit?
I don't know.
It's just fun for our community.
It was gonna be fun if I win a Bored Ape Yacht Club. What the fuck is that even on the table right now? All right, I'm gonna have some words with Nikki. Okay, all right. We'll just get started now. We got enough people in here. What's up, fam? Welcome to Tea Time, episode 20 fucking 8. Apologize that I feel like I look Asian right now. My Japanese side feel like it's coming out. Yeah. This is what I look like when I'm not fully awake, which is weird because I've gotten more rest in the last 2 days than I have in the last like week. So I'm definitely fully rested, and I've had like an hour to be up, but I don't know what it is.
I woke up really do you remember I sent you that video this morning? Or like when you were before you went to bed?
Which one?
You asked us to send around videos. And I
thought it was serious at first. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
So I was walking to get my coffee, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it now. I had woken up, my face was so puffy.
Well, it's funny because I was like, damn, half the guys in here aren't gonna know about a new project because they're not even looking. Because I don't even look, and so I was like, man, these guys are probably looking. Then I was like, wait, like a lot of people aren't doing any kind of alpha videos right now, or that's just not as much what's going on. So I may have to find them myself. I know I think Nate's gonna help me out. So shout out Nate. But
I'm gonna do one. I just are
you looking at new projects right now though?
There's one that sprung to mind, which I'm like, I won't give that away, but okay. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna do that. So yeah, I'll make one for you.
Legend.
When do you need it? When do you need it, by the way?
I don't know.
It's tomorrow.
Few days.
If I do it tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it's not a rush. Just for the next few days.
Cool, sweet. Okay,
it's just one of the videos I planned. Yeah, I want to incorporate some people in it.
Well, the thing is, I was like asking Zerk. I was like, dude, are you aware of like, am I just missing cool, interesting projects that are coming out, and I'm just not hearing about them, or is it just that it hasn't been anything interesting or cool? The hat's good. The hat's great, by the way.
Thank you. Hold on one second. Let me take my headphones off so I can put it on. Oh, shit. Yeah, guys. So I think it's going to be that the red hat is the only one available for this first launch. And if you want to get the gray one that you guys see me wear all the time, the gray or the tan one, you can only buy that with proof that you own the red shirt, the red hat. So I'll be using NFT marketing tactics to sell my clothes. So you cannot get either of the OG tan or gray Joy's Kingdom hats without proof of ownership of this red hat, which will be coming in the first launch, which hopefully happens the next couple. I don't want to say a couple weeks, but I hope in the next couple weeks that would be lit. So, anyways,
how are you going about doing that launch? By the way, what's your give the alpha on that? Like, what's the process that you?
So it's essentially like an e-commerce platform like a Shopify. I'm just not using Shopify, and so I have a company that I use for manufacturing and distribution of the clothes, and then all I have to do is link it to a e-commerce platform to sell it, so I don't have to make a website and like make a fucking button that clicks it and then connects to bank accounts and stuff like that. So I don't want to deal with all that. So I'm just gonna pay them. It's like a monthly fee for them. They take I think like a percentage commission off each item, and then we'll sell it, and it'll be something along those lines. So that's my only issue. I haven't set it up yet because once you set it up, you have to start paying, and I just want to make sure I'm ready to go before I make the account. So I'm just kind of waiting on that. So. It'll be the shirt. I have the Joy's like this shirt, not the white one. It'll be the black version of this. So the classic black Joy's tee, and then also the classic black tee with the logo, the black and white logo in the corner, and then the red hat, and then the black duffel bag. I think those are the 4 items that are being the first collection drop. And so there will be at least one item in the second drop that will only be available if you're able to show proof of ownership of the other item from the first launch. So
sick. What's how, like, do you, so obviously it's kind of like, it's not like, it's not pre, how does it work? It's just you order and then they just fulfill however many gets ordered, right? You don't have to like buy 10 or 20 or whatever. And then.
So I don't hold stock. I don't hold any stock. They all do it there. It's all in the house there.
Yeah. So it's but it's completely like to order, right? It's like if people order 15 t-shirts, they'll just make 15 t-shirts, right? It's not like you have
yeah. So it'll be open. I'm gonna do them in drops of like, I'm not sure how long I'm gonna keep the window open, but it'll basically just be open indefinitely until I close it. So I'm thinking like a week or something. I don't really know what it'll be, like a week or two. It'll be open, and then once the week or two is over, then it's like, okay, we've capped it. That's it. Like the closed drop is closed until the next one, which will be either the fall or the winter drop, and that will include the crew neck and the hoodie, which are fucking dope, and they're made by Champion. They're fucking high quality, fucking really nice stuff. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited. Once I do the first launch, I'll be like, okay, I got this. I just need to get to that first launch. I'm just nervous about that. So
yeah, you have no reason to be nervous, man. Like the big question though is the glasses.
The glasses are like
you're gonna have to like manufacture them. You're gonna have to,
so what I'm gonna do, I actually have thought about this. I'm not gonna make these because they're like probably copyrighted or trademarked or something. Plus, I like this whole thing, but I much like the color scheme more than actually having a sombrero right here. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna speak in the next year at some point. I'm gonna speak to a real glasses manufacturing company who deals with like very high end glasses and make these into a fashion sunglass, like high quality. I want to use the gray or the green shades. I want to use some kind of, I'm thinking about some kind of matte painting, I guess you would call it, over, and then keep some of these colors or change the colors a little bit maybe, but keep like the original
like color scheme.
Yeah, color scheme, because I like it, but mainly the green shades. But I want to make it lit, like a luxury brand sunglass, and then kind of go from there. Because I don't want it to be these plastic things forever. These are already breaking, dude. Like, hold on. Oh shit, other way. It's like peeling right here. I'm like, fuck, dude. These things are literally like $6.
How many have you got? How many?
I've got one left. I got one that's broken. That was my original one. I put it into a bag. It's like historic because it's the first one ever. So I have that one. That'll probably be a giveaway at some point. It's like I like signed it because I'll give it away in like 20 years. I don't know. I have thought about it. It'll be to a royal jury if I give it away. If not, who knows? And then I have one that's this one I'm wearing. These will break at some point, and then I have another one. And then after that, if they don't get back in stock online, then those will probably be it. So I'll have to just
I have like a few items of clothing that are like that are aligned with a very like either memorable or emotional time of my life, and I have intentions of like framing them, like getting them framed, just so that genuinely, just so like I have it there to kind of like remind me of like the amazing things that I've had the privilege of doing. And
legend.
Yeah, like, just incredible. Imagine just like it's stuff like I had this big like white puffer jacket.
Oh, is it the one you've worn before in the videos?
Maybe not. It's at my parents' house. But it's kind of got blood stains on from when I got headbutted. It's got makeup stains all over it from
shit.
But it's just like it was a time when I was just living like a hedonistic lifestyle, and I would just walk around. It was like this, and it just has memories, and it's got like a code that I wrote on it for a door, so that if I was so drunk that I would get home, I could just my arm. So it's shit like that. This just it's just a moment in time, but the memories are just like a kind of priceless, right?
Legend.
Yeah,
that's
just
funny as fuck.
Like you're gonna have that as well, right? You're gonna have moments in time where whether it's the glasses, your hats, your t-shirts, your
bro. I had a shirt. I think that was my lucky shirt. Like anytime something good happened for me sexually, it was wearing that same shirt, and I used to have that for a long time. I think it's gone, but I literally was like probably 7 for 10. Like it was a really strong record with that shirt. I remember like if there was a chance anything was gonna happen, it was gonna be in that shirt. So I had to make sure it was ready to go.
That was the closing shirt.
Which one?
The closing shirt.
The closing shirt. It was. Yeah. It was because the way the graphic was laid out, it made my chest look really nice, but then it tapered inward. So I think it like formed my body well. I don't actually know if that's the reason, because it was literally a U.S. soccer shirt. It was like something you wear in like middle school, but for some reason it always worked.
It worked. Yeah, it worked with the 13-year-olds, right? You're like, just gonna bag them for days.
No, it wasn't. Not 13. I wasn't talking to girls yet. Maybe 16, 17.
16, 17.
Okay. All right, fam. So we got a lot to talk about. We got let's see.
You drinking Celsius?
Of course. Peach flavor. This stuff's actually good. I don't much like peach usually, but this peach flavor is pretty good. I like it. I fucks with it. Plus I like the color scheme. I like this pink color.
It's nice. That's a really nice, the can looks really good.
Yeah. Shout out Celsius. Sponsor us, please. Wait, this is good. So I had a bunch of things on my notepad that I need to do last 2 weeks or so, and I knocked like all of them out almost. One of them including like sending out a bunch of emails. So I sent out a bunch of like outward about emails about potential sponsorships, stuff like that. So I basically emailed all the big dogs first. I probably won't get any response because they don't fucking care or want me yet. So I put those out there first, but I just sent out the feelers, sent out a couple of LinkedIn messages. So we'll see what happens. I do know that before we get started into this, I nailed my audition 2 days ago, 2 days ago on Monday. Dude, fuck it. Like at the end of that stream, I was like, well, shit, dude. It was basically like running an actual game show that you see on TV. It was like that. Like they basically took my screen, my feed, stuck it into like a virtual show host position in like online. And they're like, okay, like here's what we're doing. Like, run through your little scripting that you made and then run this little auction Discord chat giveaway thing and like try to be like an auctioneer. We got the auction from 0.29 ETH to 6.9 ETH, bro. And I used some dirty tactics to win. Like Vitalik Buterin was in there at one point, and I was like, and no, not really, but he was basically like he was just throwing a bunch of curveballs to see what I would do, bro. I fucking gracefully juggled all the balls and then got him to fucking fork over more money. We were at 4.2 ETH bid, and I somehow got it to 6.9. I would just like talk shit, and then I would like, I don't even know. Like I threw the top beater under the bus. I was like, "You're really gonna let these guys like outbid you?" And like it was like the funniest shit ever.
Dude, there's no context to this. I have no idea. I don't know. Like I know you were doing this thing, but then you last time you were like, you don't know what it is. You're like, I don't have a clue what it is. So
it was a game show. It's a game show. It's a Web3 game show, and part of it has to do with like an auction style thing for like entertainment's sake. And so what they wanted me to do was basically run through. Like I'll read you some of the lines from the script. They sent me a script, and I changed like all of it because I don't know. That's just the way I think. If you're gonna do an audition and it's not something where it's with traditional people who want it done the exact way they want it, with like old white people kind of thing, then you can do whatever you want and they're gonna like it because that's what our generation likes. They're like, take it for what you want to do and change it for you. So I changed the entire thing. And so essentially it was like, welcome to the, I'm not going to say the company name, the #1 Web3 show and auction stream in the world. Make sure you claim your Pope. I just found out it's not POAP. Proof of attendance. It's Pope. It's pronounced Pope. So I just found that out. So it's pronounced Pope. And then I use a lot of my stuff. I use my own intro. I use my own outro that I normally do for my videos. And then I talked about what things we have along the show that we've got coming up. I talked about 4 of the different things. Like I talked about crypto dick butts, moonbirds, rare ape pepes, Instagram coming with NFTs, the Ethereum merge. And then I said, all right, well, yeah, we have the new auction thing. I described the auction NFT in a super fucking disgustingly intense, detailed description of what this NFT was. And I thought it was pretty funny. And then did the auction thing. It was great. And then I closed out. And at the end, he was like, yeah, all right, cool. He's like, that's pretty much fucking all we need. And then that was it. So I think I crushed it. So we'll see what happens. I was the first one up, so we'll see.
What's where is are you allowed to disclose like where as in is this a thing already, or is this they're about to launch this?
I think it's gonna be I think they're just about to launch it, and I'm pretty sure it's online. So I don't know any details about that. All I know is the name of it. And honestly, I
did you search
don't
it?
actually know. No, I haven't. I haven't done anything. I've only dedicated like 3 hours total of my life to this thing. Like, I've only prepared and like done it twice. So,
have you ever watched the film series called Hostel?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, it's basically a series of horror films where people go to like an Eastern European country, and then this is just very stereotypical. They go to a country, and these like American tourists would go to a country, and they were young kids, spring break kind of vibe, and they would go and they would hand over their passports to the hotel reception, and these people would take a scan of the passports, send it off to this underground society of like super wealthy people that like killing people for fun. And then they would choose which one they wanted to kill from the passport. And then they would just like kidnap the people. And then the films is all about like just the horror show of like killing people. Not that you're going to get killed, but it does sound like you're going into this like without knowing what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I need to know what they are. You're right. I need to know what they are. But I have seen a movie like that where they basically said, hey, we'll give you this much money to your family, kind of like Squid Games, but you're going to be chased. Like, we're going to chase you.
This is what I'm saying. Just do a little bit. Like, if they start asking for your passport, just be a bit like, why do you need my passport? Just looking out for you, bud. I've just those are scary films.
Well, now that you say that, I'm surprised I haven't even looked up the company myself. I don't know if they have anything like that. I know they're brand new. I know they promised a lot of money, so I don't know what's gonna happen. But I should probably do some research. I will. I will.
Okay, good.
All right, bam. So that's what we got going on in the YouTube. Well, not in the YouTube. I don't, it could be on YouTube. I'm not sure where it's gonna be. But other than that, I'm trying to think what else I did this week. We had nothing. I don't think anything crazy. I mean, the Volterra podcast happened right after our tea time, I think, right?
So sick.
Yeah, that was fun.
Absolutely crushed it, man.
Thank you,
crushed it so hard. Like I loved watching it. I was watching on the big screen TV.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, just like it was really, really good. Like yeah, he was very forthcoming with all of he was very, very open, which was epic. It was so good. It was really, really good. Just very interesting. Like a super interesting dude, right?
Yes, that morning routine was fucking hilarious. I was like, bro, you got Tom beat out of the book. I was like, that man walks to get a latte every day, but this puts him to shame. He's like, I'm going to get a coffee. And then I walk to another place and get another coffee. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? Is this what you do when you're rich? You just bounce from cafe to cafe.
I know. Dude was like, but the thing is, that's what he said, right? He was like, when you're like, what's the weirdest thing you do? And he's like, well, to be fair, my morning routine is one of a psychopath. So let's just say that's the weirdest thing I do.
That's what you can do when you have a marketing company that brings in fucking bags, dude. You just do whatever. Yeah. That's probably what I would do. Like when someone asked me what I would do with a lot of money, and I think like not too much would change in my day. I would just get all the shit I need to get, like the gear I would need to get. I would probably hire like an assistant, bring on Bryce, and then other than that, like I probably would just get more iced coffees throughout the week and just buy Chipotle a couple more times. Like I don't think too much would change. Like I would still do the shows. I would just upgrade everything. Like it would just look like your unorthodox podcast. And you guys are crushing that. That was a fun episode. I'm excited to see where that goes, especially after like 1 or 2 episodes. It was cool to see you guys hang out and do a little chat.
So yeah, I've like now we're kind of we've just been working through how we're gonna like do, basically like just all the logistics around it. So yeah, we're doing like the impulsive style. So we're gonna have 2 channels. We're gonna have one which is the long form, and the other one which is shorts and clips. And so, yeah, I'm just in the process of editing like 20 or so clips.
Takes forever, bro. But that's what I was going to tell you. That's the soundbite editing is something you got to like study. Like I studied short form editing for like 3 months and I practiced every day. And it took 3 fucking months for me to get it. Like it's hard to know. Is this absolutely necessary to be in a 30-second clip or do I need to cut it? And it's hard because you get married to some of the sentences. You say, that's a good sentence. I don't want to cut that. But then it's like no one's going to get to that sentence because they're going to click off the video by that point. So it's a fucking hard way to edit.
It is. I've been practicing over the last few weeks, and you're right. It's like you have to be very, very brutal. You have to be like, yeah, is this the right? Does this need to be here? And the answer typically is, if you're asking that, it's no. The answer is actually like no. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be filming. We're not going to be filming at that studio that we filmed at. We're going to be setting up our own studio in our other business partners like house. He has like he has like a little like outhouse which kind of looks like a studio on the inside. So we're going to get some lights, get some soft boxes, a few cameras, mics, and then hopefully bring some guests in. And we're going to do some fun stuff. We're going to keep it, we know like it's all about the entertainment factor. That's where we think we can get the most like kind of just penetration through across all channels. And then we've got a few people lined up that can help us with posting, just to kind of like who are kind of TikTok experts, who've grown like some big accounts. And just excited. Like it's a lot of fun,
dude. I've had a few people reach out to me recently about this because what you just said about like working with people for growth. I've had like multiple people reach out to me in the last 2 weeks. They're like, bro, you should have so many more followers, and they're just like, how everyone else got their followers, right? I'm like, I fucking know how everyone else got their followers. So you're like, you should try some of those things. I was like, I know, but it's like I'm already so far in. I'm like, I don't want to just start doing these growth tactics now. But at the same time, bro, like it definitely does hold you back because just the number gives you access to a higher rates for everything. And 2, it's just a narrative. They're just like, oh, like this guy has followers equals value equals we'll pay you more. We'll give you more stuff. And so I was like, fuck me, dude. And I was like, all right, so what are the things that you know about? And he basically was like, well, obviously you bought every single fucking giveaway and you get like 4,000 people involved. And I was like, shit, like that definitely is something that happens in every single giveaway. Like that definitely happened on my last giveaway. I didn't pay for it, but someone, I assume the project paid for it because Yeah, but I mean, I know the project paid for it because it happened on the YouTube video that we posted too. And so, anyways, but it doesn't do anything. Like, it's not like it matters when you see that, right? So, Andres says, "Don't cap." Yeah, he sent me a screenshot. I don't exactly know where the clip was, but it was me like kissing the camera. But anyways, okay, so let's jump into this shit.
What up to Andre?
Let's jump into this. Yeah, what comment on Chub?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Windows Chrome tab. What's up? Entire screen 1. says, Andres, we got to call in 30 minutes. Don't be late. Yikes. I'm just going to get fired. All right. Fam, we got crypto. We got some NFT projects that are doing stuff. Sort of. Was Cody in the house? Let's go. We have Lady Ape Club still hanging in the top. Top
my
10 or something like that.
Favorite NFT project of all time.
We have Doodles crashing rapidly. Oh, it's recovered a little bit since last night.
It's rebounded, yeah, because Pranksy swept a load of boxes.
So he's out there looking for him.
I asked you about this. Let me share it with you in the oh fuck. Let me just share this with you.
Okay.
There was a bit of like, because the big one of the big influencers out there said that did a post yesterday that was Doodles hadn't posted in the entirety of August so far, like 3 weeks, right? Nearly 3 weeks. And which is, yeah. What do you think about that?
I didn't know they haven't posted in 3 weeks. That's very interesting to me.
Yeah, let me just send this to you in the chat.
Yeah, honestly, with Doodles, I really much like them. I think they're dope. I think they're doing a lot of good things, but you have to like take care of everything. Like, what do you mean you haven't posted in a month? You have people that you pay to do that. Like, what the fuck? So
yeah, I mean,
I don't understand.
That's the point, right? Like, it's not like they don't have enough money to pay someone $30,000, £40,000 like dollars a year, and to like get people. That shouldn't be the case, right? Like, you want to update your community. That's unacceptable.
You're right. That is unacceptable. That is super weird. So it's just 6 weeks ago, Doodles sold boxes of digital wearables for an unreleased collection, Doodles 2, total 12,000 ETH at 0.5. Jesus. 0.508. Today's boxes are down 65%. That's not so much their fault. That's not much really their fault. It's just like what happened. But insult to injury, the team running Doodles hasn't even bothered to post a tweet or retweet the entire month of August. That's the problem. I don't have a problem with this. The project going down in price, that's not no one can control that. That's just fucking people selling because they want money. But hey, that's probably a great way to get into the ecosystem right there, a cheap way to get in, because that'll go up with any news basically. But yeah, that's super sad that Doodles hasn't done anything in a while. I think they have the issue with them is they have such a strong opportunity to do cool things, because if they go that route of doing that Doodles 2 collection with hundreds of thousands or however many NFTs are going to have in it, they're going to have a really interesting time, because a lot of people are worried about it because of what happened with Crypto Kitties. They're like, what's going to happen? Is it going to be another situation like that where they just kind of fade into the nothingness, or is it going to be something revolutionary? And I don't know. I'm definitely going to ask Arthur about it. He's one of the founding members of Dapper Labs and Crypto Kitties. And I forget what the other one is. He's coming on the podcast tomorrow. So he was friends with Mac and Poopy from Doodles. So that'll be exciting to talk to him a little bit. But yeah, I don't know, man. That's tough. I'm not a huge fan of that.
Like, so obviously big news a few months ago was Pharrell becoming their creative director, right?
Yep.
What do you think? Has he done a good job, Pharrell?
I just don't know if there's enough time. Like, it's hard to know. I don't know exactly what they're doing. So I think they're probably working a lot of things behind the scenes, but at the same time, like, I don't fucking know. Like, the amount of celebrities that have done stuff in the NFTs then just haven't done much.
On that note, so an hour ago, Coffeezilla.
Yeah, I saw that. I watched it.
New video. Did you watch it? I haven't seen it. I just saw it just before we came on, the thumbnail.
Shout out V-Friends. Shout out World of Women. They're the only two that survived that brutal beating.
Tell us about it then. What was the?
He talked about Bieber, Lana Rhoades, Kevin Hart, I think Steph Curry, like a bunch of these people who just dropped collections out of nowhere, had a couple hype trailers, and they were all dead, dude. Most of them were 1% of what they minted for. 1% of what they minted for. 1, bro. That means 0.01 ETH floor for most of them.
Gary Vee was telling us last year, 99% of these things are going to 0.
Yeah,
and
we're seeing that.
They're basically at 0 because no one's buying them. So it's just the lowest.
Dude, did you see Nickelodeon? Nickelodeon's project is down like 90% right now.
Fuck.
It's at like 0.02 ETH. They were just selling for like half an ETH. I went and checked, actually, as soon as that happened, I went and checked Ledger to see if Ledger also, because they launched around the same time-ish. Ledger's still holding a 0.6 ETH floor, dude. Ledger's crushing it right now. And
really?
Yeah, and I reached out to Cade about that too, because Katie's actually in charge of partnerships, Brooklyn NFTs. She's in charge of partnerships at Ledger. And I was like, yo, we've been friends for like 6 months, but this is the time I'm looking for partners and so I don't want to make it awkward, but like, is Ledger doing anything right now? Are they looking for anything? They're not looking at anything till end of year, so mainly because they're essentially a startup, but they're looking for stuff end of year. So
in my opinion, Ledger are the best brand out there.
Yeah, right so I think Ledger would be a great partnership. I think it makes sense. Plus, it makes better sense for in 6 months because we'll be bigger, and it just makes sense for all of us. So I think we actually may be able to work with Ledger in the future. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah, I can only assume that because just seeing what they've done over the last 6 months, they've obviously had a lot of cash.
Yep.
And I expect they'll be raising some fucking huge amounts of money. They'll be raising huge amounts of money. So yeah, man, that'd be sick. I just love what they've done. I love whoever they've hired. Like, their branding is like so on point. Their marketing on point. Their communications are on point. It just looks cool. Like, they've elevated themselves from past the point of being some fucking little like USB looking nugget.
We need to make videos. I'm going to make a few videos, a couple TikToks even of Ledger stuff, just to like get my name on the board. Cause like, I mean, Katie's new. She's not going to be able to be like, oh, I know Cade, let's sign him. Like, that's not going to happen. So I got to be able to show up and do some things too. So also, yes, drop the alpha hedonism, please. Because no projects offer anything to their holders. That's a fucking fact right there. Yeah, most don't do anything. So anyways, let's move on. Boom. Okay. So real quick, let's just fly through this. Bitcoin, 23K. ETH, 18.5K. A little bit of a resistance here at like the 2,100-ish number. And we still have a little bit of time before that merge that people are excited about. This is weird because everyone like knows what's going to happen, it feels like. But at the same time, I don't know who doesn't know. It's like everyone's pretty much at the consensus. ETH is going to crash right after the merge. So like, okay, like everyone knows this. So it's like, is it going to though? Or is it just going to moon after and like it's going to pull like something else? Because all the retail is thinking everything opposite. They're like, okay, we better get in before it goes to $4,000 again. And I don't know what percentage of people know versus what percentage don't. So I'm actually really interested to see what happens. Likely ETH will crash a little bit after the merge, but at the same time, like, I don't know, dude. Like, I also don't know how fast some of these changes are going to happen. Like when ETH has all these things, when they move over to proof of stake, it's like, yeah, but how fast is it going to become faster and cheaper? Is it going to take 2 years or is it going to take 2 months? Like, that's just what we don't know yet. I imagine it'll take a little bit longer.
Yeah. It's I kind of assumed that like ETH would just start flying a little bit up until the merge, but yeah, who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? It's too far out. We still got a little bit of time for that. Anyways, we had DApp Radar for the NFT marketplaces. I just found this website, which is cool, or this section website.
If you go up to the top again, that's the Wolves of Kensington doing an ad there, that's an NFT project. So. I know. I think I'm in a group chat with in the UK. He's a UK dude, so that's quite interesting.
Are you fucking with me right now, or are you being serious?
What do you mean?
I just did a full review on them.
Did you?
Yeah, I did, like just now, like a couple days ago. I did a review. I think the founder's coming out for a podcast soon. I forget, but
Fuck. Bro, this is a problem. You post too frequently. I just miss everything, man.
Yeah.
Did you? So you did a brutally honest review.
Yep.
Founders coming on.
I'm like, let me double check. Let me see. It was a paid Brutally Honest review. Let me see if that's one of them where they did the full package. The full package, for people who don't know, I do a Brutally Honest review series where I review everybody, and new projects can come on and be vetted on camera basically for my reviews. And I don't have to say like this is a good project. I could just review it like I normally do for all my projects, and that's how that happens. And you can hire, like, you can buy the most elite package that comes to the podcast. I don't think they did the podcast. Let me double check. I'm like 75% sure they are coming for a podcast. I don't know. I connected with their founder, Tani, this dude. It reminds me of the Hate Beast guy because like he has the white avatar, you know?
Yes.
So like this avatar, it reminds me exactly of the Hate guy, Dishimental.
Yeah.
Right? So he's a cool guy though. He's a really, really successful guy. I read his Forbes article. Super dope dude. I reached out to him and I was like, yo, just nice to meet you. Super inspiring story. I love connecting especially with paid really honest reviews and then finding out they're dope people too. They're offering a really interesting service. I mean, they're offering some serious utility in the form of concierge service, which is expensive. But at the same time, for me, I mean, they're reaching out to a very certain crowd. I wouldn't get much out of that. But like, if you got tons of money and you're trying to like have a fun life, concierge services are fucking lit.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like just surprised to see that they're running display ads on like, you know,
they got money, dude. They got money. I mean, he's headed, their project is funded by the Woodbourne Group, which is just like Volterra Labs. So Volterra Labs runs the company and then their psychedelic analysis below them. Woodbourne is a massive real estate venture capitalist firm, and they're going to be funding for a lot of the things for TWAC, and they're partnering up with them too. Woodbourne is the one partnering with other companies because they've got the money, capital, and connections. So they're an interesting project. Any company that is sponsoring an NFT project where the company has a lot of money already and the founders look like they kind of understand the Web3 world a little bit, I'm way more instantly bullish on those projects because I've been proven wrong before. I did a podcast with the Game of Silk's founder once, and the guy was an absolute master entrepreneur. And I just didn't think it would happen. I was like, there's no way this project is going to happen. It's too much. He was basically trying to model the horse racing thing in the world, which is a super massive industry. I just didn't think the way he was going to do it would work. There was too much patience involved. Sure. I was like, there's no way people are going to buy this, and they fucking made it happen anyway. So it's one of those things that you just bet on people. They'll make it happen. They'll always find a way. So
easy.
All right. Yeah. All right. We'll go back in. So yeah, TWAC. That was cool. That was so random. I didn't even notice that. So good eye.
Yeah.
We've OpenSea with someone told me that X2Y2 is doing more sales. They're not even remotely close. I don't know who told me that, but either way, I got X2Y2 coming onto the podcast. The guys over there. So I've been talking to them. They're a really, really huge up and coming marketplace. So they're not coming close to OpenSea at least, but they are definitely better than Looks Rare and like literally anybody else by far. So they are crushing it. So we'll have the guys over there coming onto the podcast. They got 2.19 ETH or $2.19 million in volume in the last day. And then 2,900 traders and $356 average price. It's more than OpenSea's average price, by the way, but it's also a fraction of the amount of traders. So I thought that's pretty cool. But as far as OpenSea, $16 million per day. If we look at the last 7 days, they've done 120 million, and then X2Y2's done 20 million. So, not that great. And if we look at their, we'll look at their stats here for the last week. What are you thinking, Tom? This is the 7-day chart. We'll look at let's see what 30-day chart looks like. 30-day chart looks like this. So it's taken a dip since last week a little bit. Oh, it cut in half actually.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's just brutal, right? Like. All this is to me is that the like NFT trading as a concept is untested, and it hasn't been validated yet.
I agree, and everything is down 99% right now. Like literally everything is down. So this is the part where all the CoffeeZilla is going to come out and make fun of NFTs and stuff, which is fine, and that's what should happen. I just think that people like. I said this before, and we'll say it one more time here. Let me go full screen. When times are bearish like this, people completely forget what it feels like to be euphoric, and it'll be euphoric at the fucking snap of a finger, and then everyone will be completely flip-flop, and within 24 hours, everyone is bullish again, and then they'll forget what it's like about the bear market, and then the cycle repeats. It's just funny because like people are going to say it's dead, but then like if we ever see another pump up, people just forget about it. It's just wild. They'll just start throwing all their money in again. And I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen. Like I'm surprised we haven't seen any crazy rallies yet for NFTs. I think we are due for one. I don't know about you, but there's been multiple times where I thought we were about to run into something and like go up for a few weeks straight. We didn't quite have that though.
So the other day there was that you saw that tiny little bit of a spike, and then it kind of has dipped down. I saw that a few days ago, and that was seemingly in response to ETH breaking the 2000 resistance. And I just noticed, I was like, oh shit, because I started getting a bunch of offers on like my dead NFTs. So I was like, fuck yeah.
I mean,
so
I got an offer on a couple of my custom ones too, like my ones with my glasses. I got a few people offering.
Wait, what are your custom NFTs?
Bro, I have like 10 at least of people who made me custom NFTs for their collections.
Oh, what? Hey, you've listed them? What?
No, they're not listed. They're just on OpenSea. Like they're real NFTs. Like Space Yeti's made one for me. That's the one that was being bid on for like 0.1 ETH or something. But it's got these glasses. It was a rank 7 in their actual collection though. So it's like
so
actually a rare one.
They have launched them in their collections.
Mm-hmm.
That is so sick. Do you own them?
I own them. Yeah, they sent it to me. It's in my ledger.
They just airdropped them to you, right?
Yeah. The Space Yeti's one is my favorite. Yeah, it's got a couple offers. I was like, man, how bad do I need this 0.1 ETH? Let me show you this one. Honestly, I could never sell it, but also, I mean, I don't want to sell this one. Let me show you guys. This was one of my, I think this may have been either the first or like the second. It was really, really early on in my career. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a fucking army of these NFTs with these glasses on them. And it'll be a thing. Like someone one day will make these for me just out of them being nice. This is the one. It was made by Pong, which is one of the most elite artists in the NFT space.
That's really sick.
Right.
That's really cool. Yeah,
I love this thing.
That's good. That's
great marketing
as well. It's like good art, good pixel art.
Yeah, man, I fucking love it. Like this is one that not ETH Nuggets or something like that, but they're like a weed company. They made one for me. And I just think it's cool, just funny to see, bro. Like I love them. I've had a lot of them. Yeah, like wait, what else do I have? I have
that's sick.
There's a one sec, hold on. There was one that Lisa made me. It was a custom one using her art style. Oh, here's one that the Mythical Beings made for me. It's like an Egyptian character.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorites, honestly. I fucking love that one. I love that one. The Climate Clouds made one for me. With their fucking road mic. And then obviously the Colonists, dude. The Colonists this is what by accident. They didn't make this one for me. But it looks like me. It has the sombrero hat on his head. He's got the glasses with the green tint. This one's cool as fuck. It's got a dog.
Like Cade's history with the NFT space is gonna like back in 10 years time, people are gonna be like, so how did you what did you end up with? What was the result of
well, there's so many of them. What the fuck?
I think got loads. And it's Cade's just there with just a portfolio of personalized NFTs that are
for real. Yeah. This is the Misfits. Shout out Misfits.
Cool. Yeah,
I don't even know what this is. So I just found this one. I think this
that was Jock from my group.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah. Shout out Jock. This was Shauna, a metaphor from I think you met her in New York.
That's sick though. That's sick.
And then someone made this art for me.
How's she doing?
She's doing she's okay.
Yeah.
she's just mental health shit. So yeah, that's what she's doing. And then this is the this is the official one. I think this is the official one they rolled with for the Misfits. That's minted like in their actual collection. I think that's the one they stuck with.
That's really
that one's really cool. I fucking love that one.
Good. That's really good. Really good.
And I think that's the last one. Oh no, this is the last one. This one was just made. This one's dope.
Yeah, awesome.
Wow, that was actually really fun to go through. I forgot there were so many. That was lit, dude. That was fucking lit.
Yeah.
Also, let's see. I saw some people.
They're going to be worth. So they are going to be worth a lot. That's.
I don't know. I don't know who would buy them.
What's that?
They're for me. Like I think they're funny. I just.
Yeah, but I do think they will be worth a lot.
Maybe
because
they are. You and some Space Yeti's good old days. Yeah, that was an OG project, bro. Long time ago that project has been out, and he was on the mod team. Oh boy, yeah. Oh shit. So he's got some stuff to say about Mike and Akove. Yeah, the two founders. They basically talked about rugging in their DMs, and then it got outed. Someone hacked their Discord and found the messages, and they got a lot of FUD for that. But yeah, Pong is a real.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
That sucked, and I remember because, they were not ready. I don't think they were ready to see like success in their project yet. So, yeah, rip to them. But anyways,
rip.
Let's see what we got. Okay. We got NFTs trending. Let me go to the 7-day chart. What's been trending for the last week or so? Well, I know the answer. Let's just see if it loads. I think Bored Ape Yacht Club's in there. Mutant Ape Yacht Club's in there. Lady Apes, Rare Pepes, 8 Aliens is in there. We'll just pull this up while that's loading. So Aliens, I don't know if you heard of this. This one was trending for a while. It's still like number 1. It doesn't have a high floor. I'm not sure if you heard anything about this project though.
Yeah, I've heard some rumblings about it. I think the art is absolutely shit.
Fam, if you guys know anything about this project, drop in the chat. I don't know anything about this project. I just know it's number 1 on OpenSea. That's the only thing I know. I did a full review on Rare Pepe, if you guys want to know. And then Giancarlo did a full review on the Pepe brand right before I posted it. So there's a lot of Pepe content if you want to watch that on YouTube. This project was at like 1 point something when I reviewed it. I did say in my video, it's a terrible time to buy. I think it'll drop closer to half an ETH, something like that. And I think I made that video like close to the top. These pumps aren't lasting that long. So by the time you find out about it, you're likely buying the top. So if you want to get in on anything, you should just wait for it to drop. I should have followed my own advice when I bought into a shit coin called NPC coin a little while ago. And I basically bought in right here. I bought in right here. And then it pumped up here. And I was like, maybe I should sell. No, sorry. It pumped to 0.5. So it pumped to here briefly. And I thought about selling it. And I was like, nah. And I held it. It's crashed like 0.3, so I'm not down that bad at all. But I remember when I bought here, I was like, man, this is a terrible place to buy, but fuck it. So I ended up buying. It was stupid, but it's a shit coin. Shit coins are popping off right now. Top G coin, I made a 7x last week. I bought in, right?
I was literally going to ask, us, how's Top G coin looking?
Yeah, terrible. I bought in here. So I bought it right before the pumps, and I rode it all the way to here, and then I bought more here, and then I sold it up here. And then I got out entirely, and then it's crashed ever since. Completely crashed. So I took a dub on Top G. I think NPC coin has room. Another coin called Elongate took a month to blow up, and I think NPC coin is broad enough of a category where NPC coin could just pop off at any moment. So I've just bought $100 of it. And I'm just holding it. I'm just kind of checking it every couple of days just to see what's happening. But shit coins are on the loose right now, so that's definitely not financial advice. But if you want, that's what's happening right now. We got projects like 8 Aliens randomly popping off for no reason. Mutant Apes, Cryptos, the Yuga ecosystem.
Well, what's the floor price of CryptoPunks at the moment? Oh, it doesn't say.
Yeah, it doesn't say. I'm not sure.
Moonbirds are at 12.2 right now.
Yeah, Lady Ape Club at 0.56. I reviewed them, and then they told me not to post the video at like 1 point something ETH. So they're basically wash trading everything. And I checked yesterday, and they are still wash trading. It's just, every single sale is like 5 ETH, and I'm like, fuckers. Wow. But whatever. So then we Clonex at 7 ETH. A lot of people are talking about a potential buy-in opportunity. Potatoes holding strong, 1.3 ETH. And then obviously Doodles with the FUD. It's crazy how fast FUD can happen and people just start selling. Like, that shit is wild to me. But yeah, Doodles is doing that. So yeah, we don't know too much about 8 Aliens. Rare Ape Pepes, I think it's an interesting project. I think that derivative of a derivative isn't sustainable. I don't think this is going to last more than a week or two. I think it'll be down at like the 0.2 ETH in like a month. That's just my perspective on it. I don't fucking know.
Same. I agree. It'll be fucking nothing, man. It'll be dust in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and then these are the Lady Apes. So for you who don't know, I did a full, really honest review on them. A paid, really honest review. And then since it's an honest review, I basically in the video was like, yeah, there's a lot of wash trading happening here. Something along those lines. And they didn't even fight it, dude. They were just like, yeah, please don't post that. We'll pay you. So yeah, shout out Lady Ape Club. Thank you for paying my rent. Okay, sorry. Doodles, yeah. So yeah, Doodles is doing their thing. We already covered them. Let's see what else. All right, NFT Fashion. This is the partnership I was talking about. Cool Cats and the Hundreds. So the Hundreds is the company with Adam Bomb Squad. They're a super OG streetwear company. From the normal world, not from the Web3 world. They have their own collection with called Adam Bomb Squad with a 0.3 ETH floor, I think, with 25,000 NFTs. They are a very, very strong community. They'd be up near 1 ETH if they had a 10K collection for sure. But they're a big company. And so this is one of the projects. I minted this project actually right at the beginning. I had 4 of them at one point. I sold all of them for profit. But I do kind of want to buy. I want to buy back in. I really like this company. I also fuck with Cool Cats. Cool Cats is down bad as fuck. And it's good if you want to buy in. But I'm gonna be sad if Cool Cats goes away because I fucking like Cool Cats and I've always wanted a cool cat, and I'm gonna be really upset if they end up like disappearing or becoming like a soft rug or something because I like their art. I don't know what it is. I've always fucked with Cool Cats probably the most out of any of those like mid-tier projects.
So there's a lot of people being like, okay, well, this is the like they're undervalued, right? They're like cool cats, doodles, moonbirds, undervalued. And I kind of I laugh a little bit to myself, and then I'm like, okay, well, these people need to be informed about something that I'm not sure you're familiar with, but it's literally it's a pretty simple saying: "Don't catch a falling knife."
I'll catch a falling knife, but nobody else.
Cade can literally catch falling knives.
I'm second to top G
with his toes. With his toes.
And then someone said rare at Pepe. Wait, what? Oh, they're talking about something else. Oh shit. Sorry, I missed a couple of the messages. Hold on, I'm scrolling up. My bad. So someone told me that for 8 aliens, a bunch of Bored Ape Yacht Club and Punk holders are the creators. That's why they originally got some traction. Peaked at a 0.75 pre-reveal. God damn. That is wild. Shilled by a lot of influencers, went to 0.78, and I sold on the way up at 0.4. Not bad. I think if you're gonna sell, the way I look at it, I'm like, look, if I'm I think within 30% of the top, that I'm just gonna sell it just because I don't know. And plus, dude, like you're just never gonna know. So I think it's a good flip in my opinion. And then rare Pepe is just a meme. I will say I've gotten multiple messages, people saying I need to learn more about meme culture. So I'm making a reacting to memes because I didn't know how big meme culture really was. I don't think this comment actually. Memes are lit. This rare at Pepe project is a derivative of a meme. That's why I think it sucks. But a real meme project can last. I just don't know how much, as far as like what the floor will be. Like I don't know how much it would be worth, but I think any Pepe project will do decent. But who knows?
Cade loves his dank memes, or does he?
All right. Wait. Okay, there. Share screen. And here we go. So, first mover Asia. So, crypto can't shake the correlation narrative. Bitcoin, ETH sink a little bit, but meme coins are rising. So this is what happens when people start to get a little bit of euphoria, thinking, "Oh shit, ETH is up. Let me start buying meme coins." They start listening to Alex Becker saying, "Okay, if ETH goes up, meme coins are next," which is typically true, honestly, and that's why meme coins have risen. That's why I threw $100 into, or $30 into Top G coin, turned into 200 something. And it will probably be the reason I threw $100 in NPC coin and never see that money back again. But shitcoins are doing stuff sometimes, and so it potentially could be a move. You got to get in and out usually quick. Like that Top G coin only lasts like 3 days. And NPC coin could drop tomorrow. I don't think it will. I think NPC coin might pull something more like an elongate, but I'm also only saying that because it hasn't mooned yet, and I'm just holding on to that narrative, praying to God it happens. Because if I had $100 in there and I see a 7x, that's way cooler than having $30 and seeing a 7x. So yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much the only thing that happens there. Meme coins are rallying. Dogecoin and Shiba are up a little bit, but again, those are like top 10. Those are like top 20 coins. So top 20 coins aren't going to move that much anyway. They'll move a little bit, but you're not going to see a 10x with a top 20 coin. DeFi platform Akala. It's under the Polkadot ecosystem, by the way. Stablecoin falls 99% after exploit from hackers issues 1.3 billion new tokens into the ecosystem, crashing the price of a stablecoin. So for people who are not out of any stablecoin, get the fuck out. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's USDC. They're all going down, it feels like, left and right, I don't know. I wouldn't have my money in anything right now. This is a Polkadot-based decentralized finance program or platform. I know a lot of people fuck with Polkadot. A lot of people are saying they're underrated, but man, I don't know. Any kind of degenerate stuff like this, where you're storing your money on another platform, is so risky to me. Just because we're seeing shit like this all the time. Like, how does this happen, bro? How do you How do you just issue 1.3 billion tokens of a stable coin pegged to the US dollar, right? Yeah, plummeting 99%, dude. Fuck. What do you think about
that? Yeah, it's a bit of a scary situation out there, and you just got to be careful. We're in a very tumultuous period of time at the moment, where you saw, like, was it Michael Burry yesterday sold all of his stock?
Yeah, dude, everything, like, except for one coin, right?
Yeah, it was like, wasn't it prison stock? It was like something to do with prison.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
The headline earlier. But yeah,
people are out, dude. A lot of people are out. Yeah, I don't got a whole lot to say there, man. I mean, the crypto sphere is a little bit nerve-wracking right now. I think there's one more tab here. Yeah, this one was very interesting to me. This is relevant to the ETH merge. So let's see if we can pull this up. I'm going to move this to the one tab so I don't have to keep bouncing between the two. All right. Can you see my screen?
Got your screen, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Coinbase pausing ETH ERC20 token deposits and withdrawals during the merge as a precautionary measure. So this I hate, and this is the problem with everything to do with centralized exchanges. It's just a bank now. It turned from we want to be decentralized to okay, let's just use Coinbase, to basically Coinbase essentially operating just like a Wells Fargo. It's like the whole point of crypto was so that you could do whatever you want. Your keys, your crypto. But if you use a Coinbase or a Voyager or any exchange ever, then they can do whatever they want, dude. You can't even deposit or withdraw during the merge, which is where all the price action is going to happen. So that's fucked, bro. That's fucked.
That is fucked. Yeah, you're right.
So, yeah, man, I don't know what the positive of crypto is if everyone just moves to the exchanges, because at that point, there's no reason for crypto to exist. At that point, there's literally no reason. If everyone starts using that's what's going to be necessary for mass adoption. But if that's what everyone uses, then what's the point? Like, you might as well just use Wells Fargo. At least they're backed up like entirely, right?
Well, not necessarily, because like Bitcoin, for example, Bitcoin can be held fully or like outside of exchanges, and it will maintain value. It's just it's like the way to have easy and rapid access to swap tokens or sell tokens is via an exchange. If the majority of if people keep the majority of their Bitcoin in a ledger, in their own wallet off like outside of an exchange, then that's where it maintains value. And I think that's when it comes to the education piece, which is people need to understand the not your keys, not your crypto thing. And I think that will happen. I do think that will happen because I think that is the entire value proposition. But I look at it as like, I'm not going to keep Bitcoin or ETH on. I'm never going to keep stuff on an exchange. So we're not going to keep them on an exchange. We're going to keep telling people not to keep them on an exchange. That narrative will just get stronger and stronger. They've just had that, like Coinbase have had their time when people haven't been cautious. Do you know what I mean? Like the last 5 years, it's just been like, oh, crypto, fuck yeah, I can make, you just trading like the. And now people are like, okay, well, actually, this does like hold a ton of value, but I don't own it unless it's in my wallet. Yeah. So, but it's an education thing, and I think it'll happen. I think the big thing is we're going to be moving over the next few years away from just the narrative of cryptocurrency and moving towards blockchain as a technology being not just not being a currency. Like there'll be again, it's down to us. We've got to be the ones educating new people coming into the space, being like, okay, well, look, cryptocurrency is one use case of blockchain, but there are all these, every single business category in the world has a use case for blockchain technology, which won't be cryptocurrency. So it's just like, we've got a couple of things. We've got Andre said it in a tweet. He did an awesome tweet. Was it yesterday? It was like, cryptocurrency is just the future of finance. And like that 100% is the case as we move away from the USD being the currency of world power. We're gonna see that. But then there's also the kind of like the technological use cases of blockchain. We're gonna see those just like become more and more like common. And as we said before, like that stuff will probably be more seamlessly done under the surface. Tech teams from every company are going to be the ones doing that, but like consumers, end users like us, we won't see much of a difference. But yeah, the currency thing is super interesting, but I'm not too worried about exchanges because I think it's just we're going to keep on moving more and more towards people being like, it's not, like we talk about a bank not owning your. As soon as I put money into a bank, that ain't my money. That's an IOU. From the bank to me. They owe me money back if I want it. But like if they want, they can not give it to me. It's me trusting the bank that they're going to give me money back. And with crypto, it's like you can have it in your fucking ledger, right?
Yeah.
Like you
have cash.
You have it in your wallet. You own it. You're the custodian. You are the person responsible for having access to that. And it's a bit of it's going to be a big shift because people have been used to for 150, 200 years, relying on a centralized service to look after their money, but they didn't look after their money. They just leveraged your money
by a lot
to fucking make way more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking! It's still laid off 30% of their workforce.
Honestly, man, I'm like, I have disdain for the finance industry. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so listen, while we've kind of come to an end for the crypto NFT stories, but this is something I wanted to add, which I think you guys, I texted you earlier about this, about doing like some kind of, I don't know what it would be like. I guess it'd be like a game show where just like AMA questions about like random shit just to see what happens. Like I do this at the end of a lot of my podcasts, like I did with Voltura. I did like a little fire off rapid fire question thing. I think we did this actually a long time ago. I think you and I did this in like one of the first 3 episodes of Tea Time as a segment, but we'll start now. So I'll ask the typical question I go with, because I think this one's actually really interesting, even though it's like not an interesting question. What's your favorite color?
What's my favorite color? What do you think my favorite color is?
Well, every guy except for 2 people has said blue, so I'm gonna guess green.
It is. I have 3 favorite colors. I have 3 favorite colors.
You can't pick 3 favorite colors.
You fucking can. Who makes the rule? I make the rule.
There's like 8 primary. You're picking half the colors.
So what?
All right.
What do you think you are? Do you think you're top G? You're not top G. Nate's top G.
Shit. Yeah, we need Nate. Someone shout out Nate. We need a top G in the comments.
Nate would cuss me out for having 3 favorite colors. But I have 3 colors that are my favorites. They're blue, pink, and purple, and a specific shade. Like if you notice all of the stuff that I do when it comes to branding, especially with the Summit Club, they are all shades.
Oh, true.
Of sky blue, pink, and some sort of purple.
Unorthodox has that in the background too.
That does. That's fully Liam though. That's up to Liam.
Oh, really?
Liam's the brand designer for Unorthodox.
Damn.
But yeah, I'm a bit like blue, pink, and purple are my like 3 favorite colors. But
Nice.
Is yours green?
Fuck no.
You wear a lot of green. You wear a lot.
This is the only green I ever wear, and this was by luck.
Fuck off. I swear you've got shirts that are green.
I only wear black shirts. Well, this is like the one exception. I have like a couple of white Joyce shirts, but they're all black Joyce t-shirts. My hoodies, and my.
You've got a green hat.
No, I don't. I only have a red, tan, and gray. I have a green beanie. I have a green Joyce beanie. So like a dark forest green matches for like I have a green hoodie, the Joyce green hoodie, which I wear like never because it's a nice hoodie and I just don't want it to ever get crappy. So I wear it every now and then.
Have you worn a green tank top before?
No.
Forest green tank top.
I like forest green. I think forest green looks good, but it's not my favorite
color.
You
wear forest green. That's the color I associate with you.
Hold on. I do have one. I have 1 or 2 Joyous green t-shirts, but I don't wear them that often. Like probably 70% of my shirts are black, and then I own 1 green beanie, 1 hoodie, and that's it for green. But I like green. It's just not one of my favorite colors. My favorite colors are probably in the matte black, matte gray, silver, things like that. Yeah. That's a nice beanie. That'll be inside of the fall collection.
Forest green.
That'll be one of the things. So if you buy the red hat, I think that'll be one of the options that comes up. I'm not sure if I'm gonna gate the beanies because I feel like that's gonna be a staple in that collection. So I probably won't gate the beanie, but I definitely will be gating the other color of hats. I'm hoping I can get those other colors in. Right now, red is the only color available through the service that I use. So that's the reason that I'm only using red for this first launch. What's
your favorite color then? Black.
It's probably one of those tones. Yeah, black. I would say matte black. I really fuck with matte black or matte silver. So
nice. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. That's those are legit colors.
They look good.
It's also colors where you always look good. You can't not look good in black.
I like this color. Yeah, I like this color of red. I do like the forest green. So I guess those are like a quick follow up to that.
Because your logo is a green.
But for the majority, like I have this, like you're right, the logo is a green mixture, but I for my clothes I use the black and white version. I think black and white looks better, and that's where like the color scheme makes sense in my shirts. I think.
I'm big fan of like keeping it simple, like black and white and neutral colors are like. But yeah, the color when you do go colors, you go for like a really nice like kind of like earthy type.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
true.
really nice.
Yeah, I like the Legend of Zelda. No. Is it Zelda? Yeah, no, it is Zelda. I was thinking of Zora. Yeah, the Legend of Zelda has those colors, and I fuck with it. So, okay, next one. Is Hate Beast dead, or is Hate Beast gonna make a comeback?
So let's check. Let's take a look.
Anyone who bought Hate Beast, let me know in the comments. Tom held for a long time. He stayed in that collection for a long time. I think Nate is actually still in the collection.
Bryce, fuck you, Bryce.
What?
Hey, Dad. So to be completely honest, like if you look at the floor price is still pretty decent, man.
What
like,
is it?
It's just 8.82, and it's it was above 1 like a couple of weeks ago. I see them. I follow a few of their I follow a few of their team, and they do stuff. Like there's stuff going on in the background. Cade thinks they're dead, but I'm like, do you know what?
They're not dead.
They've got a lot. I feel like they're.
It's just the way you said it. You're like, they got a good floor. Like after thinking about their 11 ETH, Max like it's 0.8. Oh god.
Yeah, but dude, think about. Look, okay. Well, let's give you a let's make this let's give some reference points here. So,
I wonder how Mechaverse is doing.
Okay, well there you go. So, dead fellas. Guess? What's your guess?
I know one of the last times I checked for a while ago was around 2, but now I think they're probably close to 1.
They're 0.7.
Really?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. What did they ever get to? What was the top they got?
Like I think they were around three or 4. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were three or 4. Okay, then we'll go. We'll go. Fuck me. Yeah, it was Jesus Christ. Yeah, like 5, nearly 5, 4.8. 5. It touched 5.
Jesus.
Okay, Mechaverse. What's your guess?
Half an ETH at most.
That's, I mean, bold. 0.21.
0.2. Wait, are you serious?
Yeah. What are you serious? Dude, it's like it was never really like it's always been pretty low.
Wait, I didn't actually know it was that low.
Dude, everything. Okay, here's another one. Let's do.
Oh Alien. My god, you can buy a Mechaverse right now for 0.2 ETH. Dude, that's like, how much money is that? Like $200? 300? Okay, $400.
$400. Okay,
wow.
Here's another one. Alien Friends.
Alien Friends probably like 0.1.
0.3?
0.3. Wow. Yeah. Okay. That's impressive. What about like a 3 landers?
3.
I feel like they're probably like 0.3, 0.2 ETH. Bad?
0.16.
Yikes. Yeah.
They were like 3. They were like 3, weren't they?
3 landers at 1 point. Yeah. I think they were like 2 or 3 ETH. Damn.
Yeah, 2. It was like 2. Yeah, but yeah, fuck, man. This is so. The way I see this is like I look at like I'm now looking at it from like a data set perspective, and I'm like, okay, well, if you take the entirety of the NFT space, all of the launches, there are almost no examples of a project that has like launched, had a spike, and then like continue to go.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about where everything is right now, everything has gone like quick spike up and then.
Except the Joyous Kingdom, baby. We've been maintaining strong. We just had someone buy in for half an ETH actually the other day.
Dude, that's sick, and it's because you're doing it properly.
I hope so, bro. It's been a good time. I'm really excited for that. For in the next like 20 years, to see if I can do some wacky shit for my Royalers.
We know it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah,
it's a guarantee. It's a guarantee.
It'll be here. I think. Especially, dude. Like I was thinking, like this isn't really dependent on me getting this potential show host job, but like say I do, and say I land. So say I land a gig for whatever show, right? I'm gonna get followers because people come from the show. So like I'll be able to like double my following from that kind of thing, right? And then it's like, for example, like we'll pull an extreme example of Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Corden or like one of those guys, Jimmy Kimmel. Then their own personal brands have grown because they're that character for the show. And then like if they're also doing things for their NFT community and they're not just like one of those celebrity projects where people are like, okay, his project's probably a sham, but then it's like, okay, this guy's also got Genesis NFTs and he does cool things for them. then that also adds to my brand, which is like all of them like increase together. And so that's kind of where I was thinking, like, if the bigger I grow, then that's where a lot of the value goes. And then I forget if we talked about this in tea time, but like one of our holders was like super pissed about everything. She was a bit older, more reserved, from the from Netherlands. She didn't have the same kind of humor, so she didn't like a lot of my content. She was a bit wrong with some of her accusations, thinking she was saying like all my content is this kind of stuff, and I was like, no, like most of my content's actually almost all my content is reviews and interviews, like exclusively, like 90% of my content, like 10% is degenerate, stupid shit. And she just had it flipped. And I think it's just because she doesn't watch all my content. So she just made an assumption, which is fine. But everyone else, I was like, look, you're the only person saying all this stuff. And so I was like, okay, well, let me see if like we have yes men. So I basically put it into our chat, into the Royals chat. So look, if there's anything that you guys have a problem with, just say it into the chat. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to get like mad or anything. And so we'll see what happens there. I mean, she thought the NFT community that she bought into was like a bunch of PhD people and like smart people talking about like high level stuff. And I was like, bro, we got like half of our people is like degenerates. Then the other half is like busy with their stuff. But I was like, you're just buying into my brand and thinking I'm gonna be bigger. Like, you're just supporting artists. It's an art project. I just want to do cool things. Like, I don't think most artists, I talked about this with a project founder yesterday from Fortuna Finance. Most artists NFT projects go to zero or don't hold anything remotely close to what they sold for, because all those artists do is just make more NFTs. So they're just an inflationary asset. And if they're a Beeple or someone super famous, they'll hold value because who they are. But 99% of artists are broke NFT, or just broke artists. They're not somebody, right? They're not a someone. So their value is just going to go down typically. So how do you attribute value?
Bro. They're broke.
Yeah, they're basically just brokies. Like, how do you attribute value as an artist? You got to do cool shit. Otherwise, you have to be someone already who's done cool shit. But the answer is you have to do cool things. If you're just someone who sells art, and you're like, well, my art has value because it's cool. It's like, yeah, no one else cares about that though. Like, nobody else cares about that. Like, if you bought an art piece from 3 months ago, 6 months ago, and the artist is just kind of doing fuck all, it's like, yeah, you probably couldn't resell their art for anything. But that's just the reality of it. That's a standard top G moment. Like, that's just reality. If you want to go up in value, you got to do things that are going to bring up your own inherent value. And so that's my thoughts there. And I see a question here from Not Luke.
Well, let's shout out Not Luke, because this guy, when we talk about people not leaving, Not Luke, man, this is a fucking OG. This is OG. Yeah, this Not Luke is OG as it gets.
Nice. That's fucking
January, like, yeah, big up to you, bro. Yeah, thanks for that. What do we think? Okay, what do we think? Have you done a review yet, bro? On
PA?
Oh, yeah,
I did a full review on them a while ago. I need to do an update video, especially because I did a full breakdown before my podcast with him to make sure I was up to date. So I know everything that's going on in their ecosystem. I know you recently interviewed Voltura from Psychedelic Anonymous. I was curious about your perspective on the project, its trajectory. I'm more bullish on them than pretty much any other project. I would say, like, they're definitely at the top of the food chain there, and I think they're thinking about the right things. I mean, in that podcast, I have a couple of clips coming out from the podcast, so you guys would be able to listen to a couple segments that are like 5 to 15 minute long segments from the podcast, where we talked about certain things. Like, we talked about Izu for like 5 or 10 minutes in the video, so I have a full video that's just for that portion, and then I have a video where he talked about the 3 products they're launching. They're going to bring in generating income, generating cash flow, generating attention for their project from the world. And so one of their ideas is to basically simulate like a step-in type of project, but instead of having shoes that pay you with tokens for like being able to track your progress and stuff like that, they're going to do this thing with clothes where they essentially develop a software that they sell to other companies that they in turn add into their clothing line, which will track when, how often, where they're wearing the clothes at, so they can actually get real statistics of like, where are they wearing this shirt out? Are they actually all wearing it at clubs? Is this a shirt we should be promoting more to people who work and have fun in clubs more often, which is interesting because that's just like more and more information be giving them. But it's great from a business perspective of like, they'll be able to get a bunch of stuff. I don't know how it's going to be taken from the public though.
Yeah, that's pretty, I mean, yeah, it gets to the point where there would have to be a very, very strong value add to be wanting to have your fucking underwear being tracked.
Yeah, and so it's one of those things like that's why I don't know if the community, if the market will accept it and say this is dope, or if they're going to say this isn't really necessary. This is just you grasping for like utility. I don't know which one's going to take. I'm just glad they're at least searching for options. That's where I'm more bullish on. But I don't know how that's a very interesting concept to me. It's a high risk. It's a high risk thing. And in the video, he said PA does things all in. He goes, we're either going to get fucked or we're going to take over the world. And I was like, well, yeah, fuck it, dude,
I think the one thing that they've got a couple of things going for them. And one of them is that they've seemingly got pretty decent quality leadership from Vultura, who has built businesses before. He's an absolute like goat when it comes to marketing. He's an expert at marketing, and that shows. But what I also do think is I think they've just got a very strong brand, like a potential brand. You think about Psychedelics Anonymous, you think about how the world has evolved when it comes to mental health awareness, mental health treatment, mental health kind of acceptance. Over the last like 10 years, I've just noticed that there's been a huge like evolution.
Yeah.
And I think if we're thinking about the world moving towards, if we are going to move towards like psychedelics potentially being legalized in some way, that's a fucking position to be in, right? Being called Psychedelics Anonymous, they've got this cool backstory, they've got shit hot art, they've got a really cool brand, whether it's like fashion.
Yeah, I want one of their Genesis NFTs, bro. Like I really want. Their Izu collection looks dope. And also, by the way, fam, after the podcast with Vultura, well, actually, I don't know if I can say this. I'll say it. Whatever. So I'm gonna be interviewing the team at Izu, so that's lit. So pumped about that. I'm gonna try and secure some kind of whitelist collaboration there if I can. It's gonna be really difficult. I'm gonna have to really lay this proposal out in a way where it potentially could benefit them. I don't know if it could. I doubt it will, because Izu is such a hype project and so many people are trying to get whitelist. I don't know how they operate. I assume it's probably something professional, so I doubt I'll be able to. But I may be able to swing whitelist. So I'm going to try and swing some whitelist for you guys. I was able to get a couple of cool whitelists recently. I got one that was in my Discord that I think Hanslim won. It was for a project called MERS of Space. It's a super hyped project. They've only really publicly with some massive communities, including like Bento, including what's his name? I think Gorilla and Nikki G. So with their respective communities. So I had a connection deep within their team. And so he basically reached out. This happened a few times now where they'll reach out and be like, yo, dude, like I have a couple spots, like, and they watched me like OG supporters basically. And I was like, fuck yeah, like, let's go. Like I got that for Antonym. Like one of the people on their team knew me from a long time ago. So I was able to just sneak in like last minute. And those are where connections can really pay off, dude. So I was really excited to give that whitelist away. But yeah.
On that note, what do you think? What's your guess on Antonym?
Oh shit. Let me check how they're doing. I know I already claimed my my figurine. But
what's the status on that, man? Like, do you know when it's coming?
Okay. Oh, the floor price is 0.07. However, I do like the way they're run. They've got 10,000 ETH in volume. I know they got fucking money. They've never particularly cared about the floor. Like, it's never really affected them. They were like, look, we got more than enough money from the mint, and way more than enough money from the secondary sales. I still like Antonym, but it might be because I'm still holding. Dude, I was never gonna sell mine, but I still like them. I just don't know. I haven't kept up enough.
I absolutely love the art. I just don't know. Some people don't like it. I just think the art looks so clean. Every single one just looks sharp.
I like them,
and
I think I'm very long-term bullish on them. I think Ajik is one of those that everything they do is going to take a while because they're working in high-end products stuff. But I don't make this financial advice, but Antonym is one of those projects that I feel like it's very underrated. I feel like it's like super underrated. People like don't take them seriously because they're taking a long time to get their products out. But like, if they nail this shit, dude, and another company from the real world sees it and they're like, this is a high-end project, they've got a fuck ton of money. I don't know. I like them.
I think, if we think about, they were like one of the last projects to launch just when things were really starting to cool down, right? And it was like we were all surprised at how like not, how the floor price didn't explode as much as we expected.
It went to 1.4 ETH. Like it was okay. Yeah. It wasn't anywhere near what we thought, but it got to. I mean, I sold for massive profit. Like I bought one at 1 ETH that I liked. I probably shouldn't have, but I got one that I liked because I didn't know when the claim was going to happen. So I thought it was going to be happening soon. So I went and bought in now, but I still made like half an ETH profit. Then I swing traded for like a week or two after. So I probably made like 2 ETH ish total from that project. And I bought one. I was never going to sell the one I bought. It's my forever one. It's in my ledger and it's sick. But I like Antonym. I think they're cool.
We got a good question here by Luke again.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just trying to before I show, I just want to show people my Antonym. Do you have one, by the way?
No.
You should pick one up. They're really cheap right now. This is the one I have. It's one of the best, I think. It's literally like such a sick one. I was so butthurt when I found out I wasn't gonna get my Antonym. That would have been cool to get like my specific one, but whatever. Yeah, this is a good question here. So he actually reframed this question here. What do you believe is more important for building for budding
Yeah, as in like aspiring, like
Oh,
kind of
okay.
people
For aspiring creators, what would be helpful for you personally, community or mentorship? I think the only thing important for a budding creator is offering something of value in your videos. If your videos don't offer any value, like that's something that I've been the last month or two really meditating on. Like, how can I continue to bring value? Like, I don't know if my in-depth reviews are bringing as much value as they did before because the attention isn't on those projects anymore. So I'm thinking I'm still going to do them because I think that's really important to do reviews and updates on projects. But I'm trying to think of what could be my next calling card. Like, what can be the next thing I do that will give me the same explosion that gave me in the beginning. So I think figuring out how you can bring value in your videos and then having fun. If you're not having fun doing it, it's not going to be a good time, dude. Like, it's not going to be a good time. There's a lot of days where I don't feel like filming. But once I start, I'm like, I'm fine. Like when I did that audition, after 30 seconds, I was like having a great time. And if you're not having a good time filming stuff, then it's just not going to work.
Yeah, completely agree. Like it's, I think it's it depends also where you are at in your journey. If you're, as we know, like the most important thing with being a creator is just to start. Like it's start and to not think about things too much when you start. It is a case of the biggest rule, the biggest advice I would have is which is it's something that you should stick to, is you just have to do something 100 times before you can expect any results.
Yeah.
So whether that's 100 videos, 100 TikToks, 100 reels, like you just sharpen your sword by doing that loads. You just do it. You just have to do it. And you get better by doing, you refine what your tone of voice is, you refine your delivery, you refine your style, you refine your skills, and you will start building up your audience, just like we did in the day with like Luke, like found me, found us, and could resonate with us. You just have to be consistent, but like give yourself a target. I would always do, it's the rule of 100. You make something 100 times. And that's where we're at now. We've made over 100 videos, like, and we're not going anywhere, but start.
I agree.
What was that? Was that crack cocaine?
It was.
No, it wasn't crack cocaine.
It's crack cocaine, basically. Boom boom.
Oh, boom boom. Yeah, my favorite crack cocaine. I love that flavor.
Guys, boom boom. Wait, this is not a sponsored post, but boom boom. This is supposed to last a few months, potentially 6 months, right?
What is it?
The life of this thing is, so basically you inhale it. What is it? So you know how gym people snort like ammonia before they do a big lift. So you
do this before creating content.
this is like when you're chewing gum and you drink water and it feels cold. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like that for your nose, like for your nose system.
Is it like what when you if you do you have those if you're sick? They're like a little like
exactly like that.
Like menthol kind of flavored, like
that kind of thing. So you just inhale it and it's just like, whoa, like I feel awake now. I've had this one since my sophomore year of college and it still works, bro. I don't know how that's fucking possible because I've used this enough times where it should be empty. I've had this. So that would be 2018 is when I bought this pack. Because I bought a pack of 5, bro. I bought a pack of 5. I gave 2 of them away and I had 3. 2 of them I lost. I've had this for sophomore. It's been
Bryce is saying
years.
Legal cocaine.
It is. No, this is dope stuff. But the thing is, this is supposed to last a few months, guys. Here's the thing about my body, which I think is interesting. DMT, when I tried DMT the first time, which is the #1 most intense drug on planet Earth. It's like the one that people use in ayahuasca, right? That trip for me lasted an hour. It's supposed to last 10 minutes, 15 minutes max. It lasted an hour for me. Yeah. So I think my body is just like, nah. I'm just like, whatever I want to do, I'm just going to do this instead. So like my body was just like, nope, we're tripping for an hour. And then with this thing, it's like, nope, we're taking this thing to the moon for 4 years straight. We're going to use this.
Dude, sick. Yeah. I've just looked it up and
it's good stuff.
I can get it on Amazon actually.
I'm going to buy it on Amazon because I want to see what a brand new one feels like. Cause I've had that one's, I've actually questioned if it actually has anything left, but it does work. Like after I inhale, I'm like, wow, like I feel like, cleansed, but I want to know what a fresh one feels like.
It is literally just the same thing. It's just eucalyptus oil and peppermint oil.
Yeah, bro, it's fucking drugs, but you don't get high or anything. So, okay, last question here.
My favorite type of weed is cocaine.
Two last questions here. Where do you want to retire? Physical location, the UK, or are you trying to move somewhere?
It will be split time between the UK and the mountains. So yeah, we'll have a house.
But in the UK though, mountains in the UK or what?
We don't have no. In probably the Alps. I'll have a house in the Alps.
True. For me, I would want to retire in maybe like Iceland. Probably. I've seen some sick stuff from Iceland. It'd be sick as fuck to live out there. It's cold.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Have you seen those photos from Iceland? Like, let me show you what I'm thinking of when I think of Iceland. Like those classic pictures of Iceland where you're like, what the fuck? That doesn't even look like Earth. But there's a place you can live out there, like especially if you're a fucking remote dude. If you're a digital creator and you can do whatever you want wherever you want, you can actually live in fucking Iceland. And
do you know you must know Peter McKinnon, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's one of my. He was my number one guy.
Yeah, he feel like he looks like he's always in Iceland, no matter where he is. Always just in Iceland. I don't know if it's just
Sorella Moore is another one. She was the one who taught me self-portrait photography. So shout out Sorella Moore. This is the girl. She taught me self-portrait photography. She's super famous. She basically coined the term self-portrait photography. She's the one who was basically like, I'm traveling. I don't feel like traveling with someone to take my photos. I'm just going to teach myself how to do it myself. So I learned everything from this girl. And she's a beast. And so she like, I think she lives in Iceland still, or she did at one point. And she's got a couple of photos from Iceland where I just remember being like, what in the fuck? Here's a couple of photos here. Wait. Where the fuck did it go?
Well, Iceland.
Okay, all the good photos I can't find, but like here's an example. It just doesn't look like Earth, dude, when you see stuff like this. And you can just live out there.
You want to live there, do you?
I think it'd be cool.
Why don't you move there as the next place?
I might. It'll depend on like what kind of jobs I can get that'll be sustaining. Like right now, I'm not getting paid by YouTube at all. A lot of my money is dependent on commissions and stuff. I don't feel safe moving to another country unless I'm secure. That's just, I mean, I would move to another state, but like not to move to another country unless I had like the next year of my life sorted for it and accounted for it entirely. So, oh yeah, it might be Greenland. Honestly, Bryce, I don't fucking know. One of those places. Is Cade? I don't care, dude. It doesn't even matter for me. Is Cade grooming the stash? I have been growing the stash a little bit. I have been trimming it because it gets fucking itchy.
My dad always had this. He always said he had his mustache got itchy. I've never had that with a beard or like I've never experienced that. I feel lucky because people.
I like doing this though.
Yeah, it's quite good fun. It's very good fun. You do play with it. I do play with it. I do play with it a lot.
I do this a lot.
Yeah,
it's like prickly because this is where I cut it. I like shave right here because I don't want it to just go down. So I like shave it right here and here, but there's always like a little stubble right here. So I'm always just like,
yeah, feels good.
Okay, last question. Okay. Unless you had something.
No, let's go.
All right. What is your day in the life right now versus what you want it to be? What is your ideal day in the life after you tell us what your current day in the life is?
My current day in the life is I wake up at typically around 7 o'clock. I get up, I go to the bathroom, I have a shower, I shave if I need to. I'll typically do it once every 2 days. I will get dressed. I will walk to the coffee shop, which is about I've got one which is 10 minutes away and one which is 15 minutes away, depending on how much time I've got that day. I will get back to my place at around.
Wait, do you listen to anything? Or do you walk without?
I'll listen. It depends actually. So it depends. Sometimes I just like don't listen to anything. Sometimes I do. But I do that thing which you said, which I learned from Andrew Huberman, which is so I take these are blue light blocking glasses. So recently, the last couple of weeks, I've been putting them on my head and not wearing my typically I go out with my sunglasses straight up. Nice. So I actually not been doing that for the first like 10, 15, 20 minutes of the day. And then I'll get back at about 8:30. Something like that. Then I will, depending on if I've got calls or if I haven't, then I'll be getting to work at about around that time, 8:39. And first thing I need to do is like check in with my community. So a lot of my audience are in Australia. So they are like, when I wake up, it's like their late evening. Yeah, their evening. So I check in with them, kind of spend about an hour or so with them, do an announcement just to make sure that I'm kind of like hanging out with them a little bit. Then I will, depending on what I've got, I've typically got calls. I usually have a call with Mark and Liam from Unorthodox, catch up on that stuff. Then, it's a case of like, I do this thing which Nick Bear talks about, which is he just has like chunks of time. So I just can't do the like schedule every fucking 5 minutes, half an hour. I can't do that. I just can't do that. I hate, because part of the reason I love doing what I do is because I have freedom of time and I can do what I want. I can go where I want, whenever I want. And yeah, I'll just chunk up my time. Usually, like today, I've had lots of calls. Had an AMA, which is an hour and a half. I've had this, which is like an hour and a half. So I've had a lot of time not to do stuff. I've did about 2 hours of editing today. Yeah, been a productive day, but then yeah, it's boring. Like I go have lunch at about 1 o'clock, kind of quick food.
What do you eat normally?
Right, for the last like 2 months, it's been ramen with salmon.
Nice.
So I have a pot noodle, and it's like the most quick and easy thing to do at the moment. Recently, it's just been all about kind of convenience and speed. So I've been cooking very limited, just like making stuff really fast. Then yeah, we'll have a coffee after lunch, and then kind of like I try to make afternoons like a couple of hours where I've got like time to like focus, where I've not got calls. I try and put my calls in the afternoon, ideally, so that I can do my creative stuff in the morning. Then, yeah, at the moment, to be honest, like my gym time has been kind of like negligible. It's just honestly, I've just been focusing on work as much as I can. And yeah, then evening is typically at the moment for the last few weeks, it's like AMAs, all like once an evening, which is an hour, or podcast. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm doing that. Monday as well. So yeah, late nights, and then I kind of lose the steam by about 10 o'clock, and then I'm like, okay, then I either like put something on YouTube, I'll be in bed, watch some YouTube, and then go to bed at about midnight.
Yeah. All right. Now, how about your like dream day in life?
My dream day in the life is get up at the same time, maybe a bit earlier, 6:30, something like that. Then I would ideally like to play. I would love to like start the day off by like playing tennis or something, or golf, like going and doing something that is kind of like stimulating outside, stimulates my like senses, just moving my body. Like I fucking miss moving. I miss being athletic, like you will as well, right? Playing football. I love to do that. I love being active. So yeah, I would love to play tennis. I'd love to play something like that, some sort of sport. Then yeah, get a coffee. I wouldn't have breakfast. Then yeah, work in the mornings. So I would still,
office,
still like,
or in your house.
No, not an office. So I would like to. I like splitting up my time. Ideally, I would like to have like a day or two outside of my home, but 3 days a week be at home. Then have a lunch. Again, just like work in the afternoons. I enjoy. I get a dopamine response from doing work. Like today, I was getting deeply into a flow state, like editing, and I could have gone for another like 3 hours, but I had a call, which was to be honest, like actually frustrating.
Yeah.
And yeah, just go. I would like to spend 2 hours at the gym every day. Like 2 hours would be my ideal gym time. I like,
in addition to playing tennis.
Yeah, I ideally I would like to have a sport where I'm like testing my hand-eye and my balance once a day, and then also have gym time where I'm doing either cardio based or like weight training. I would typically probably do like Andrew Huberman was talking about. He does like, I basically do the same thing as him. It's weight training one day, run the next day, weight train, like kind of alternate, do resistance training, then cardio, resistance training, cardio. And yeah, I love spending a long time in the gym. I don't like rushing. I fucking hate rushing a gym session. Like it's the most, yeah, it's just, it's a really nice place to be. I find, I miss not being able to focus in the gym. Like this is being NFTs has been, if I take my phone to listen to music, I've been recently trying like to put it on airplane mode. And just so that I'm not getting contacted. But yeah, I miss having focus in the gym. That's one thing that yeah, I think like that's where I would like a coach. So I would really like a coach where every quarter, every few months I could work on some like goals, but have someone to hold me accountable and to be like, this week you're doing this, and I just go in and I just execute the training, right? So yeah, that's where I feel like a coach would be really valuable.
Would you have an assistant, you think? Do you need an assistant in the stream world, the stream life?
Do you know what? Like, yeah, I think it depends. It depends how it depends on like how busy I am. I think yes. I think like I think yes. Like there will be a lot of stuff that I would need like scheduling and stuff for. So yeah, I think realistically where I'm aiming to be, just to help with basic admin stuff. And I think there's an assistant would be helpful on multiple different levels. I think realistically, it would be more of an executive assistant that could help me with goal setting and project management. So they'd be very active. It wouldn't just be like admin tasks. It would be very like business orientated. But yeah, would I like to meet my team face to face?
Wait,
would you not? So
not like to meet? Oh, I see. Instead of digitally.
Yeah, I don't. So I would. That question is like based on a lot of variables at this moment in time. Like I do meet with my team every day, whether that's like on texts or on calls. So with Unorthodox, we will call every single day and we'll see each other. But we once a week we make sure to come into London and meet each other, and we have a great day out.
Nice.
But yeah, that's basically it. Like that's my ideal day. I think, you know, I just miss playing sports and being active every day. I fucking miss that a lot. Like that's the one thing that this lifestyle has been challenging with. Yeah,
the entrepreneur life of like, there's no boundaries anywhere, basically. Like you have to set all the boundaries yourself. You have to wake up and like go do things and make yourself do it, and which is a problem because it doesn't happen most of the time. Like my self-discipline is, I would say, painfully average. Like it's painfully average. I still get it done. So I maybe put myself like slightly above average, but I'm very average as far as that kind of stuff. Like it's really difficult for me to like get out. Like for example, me getting out of bed is likely the most ineffective thing of all time, just in general. Like if someone watches
because for me, I don't struggle too much with that.
I struggle going to sleep and getting up, and the problem is I procrastinate both. I'll procrastinate going to sleep and I'll procrastinate getting up. I'll just sit there and fucking like hope something will happen, like someone will just pick me up.
You're going to sleep is I'm really lucky, so I fall asleep like that. Like I will put my phone to the side, I'll roll over, and within 30 seconds I'll be asleep.
Dude, that might be something with age, right? Like my dad said the same thing. He said he got like in his 30s, he was able to just say fuck it and go to sleep instantly. For me, it takes me a while.
I have always been able to do that. I'm very, very fortunate. My sister, in a contrast, she has like has always struggled with like insomnia. So she really struggles to get to sleep, and get to deep sleep and a long amount of time, and for a long amount of time. And I'm really fucking lucky. I've noticed I need less sleep. Like I've been probably averaging maybe like 5.5 hours of sleep for the last 9 months, 6 hours. But you can't get that much, dude. You're like
I will probably sleep like 3 hours a night, probably two, 3 times a week, and then I'll sleep like 7 once or twice a week, and then I'll get like 10 randomly, like a couple times a week, where I'll just sleep extra. But the thing is, for me, like it's almost irrelevant because I can get a lot done in a certain amount of time. Like if I start doing something, I can likely finish all the tasks within a couple hours. So I'll be able to get a bunch done, which is my problem. It's like, since I know that I can usually get it done if I need to get it done, I'll just fucking push stuff off all the time because I know it'll get done at some point, like when it needs to be, and the quality will still be there. Like I'll still make sure it gets done the right way. So my current day in the life is there's no set thing. Like it really is. I've been trying really hard to nail down like a set thing every time, but it just doesn't happen. Like some days I have streams in the morning, and so like my day is a little bit structured different than the days I don't have a stream late morning or midday. So the days where I don't have anything until like 12 or 1, I'll typically run in the morning before I do anything. And if I do have a stream like at 11, like with tea time, like I could maybe run, but I would be pushing it for time. And I'm not good at getting up early. So if I was able to get up and immediately start doing things, that would be legendary. But my body doesn't wake up like that.
What sort of time do you typically
my goal for most days is like get up by like an alarm is at 9-ish. But like no, if an alarm is set at 9, I'm not moving until 10, like 10:30. Like I'll sit there and fucking. The thing is, I'll do stuff. Like I'll still respond to all my emails and I'll do things while I'm in bed. But like I would much rather just get up. And so like my ideal thing would be to wake up and roll over into a fucking ice bath. That would be legendary if I could do that.
Fucking hell.
So I think what I need, like for my, just to like skip forward a little bit, my dream situation would be to either like be next door to like an office setting, or like maybe have a separate room for the office. But I need space. Like my most creative capacity is only filled when I have an exorbitant amount of space. So like my ideal office would look like this: a bare empty fucking room with like what is necessary to film in a corner or whatever, wherever the studio part would be set up. But then like where I work would have to be a stand-up desk, or like a box thing like this.
Yeah.
Empty, or just like scattered stuff around, but just lots of like open space. Like I could like drop a fucking map on it, you know, like just a bunch of space, and then like a big monitor, keyboard and stuff I need, but just like empty, just like a lot of room. The room would have a lot of space as far as like floor or ground room. Just space. Like when everything's crammed, I feel like I can't get things done. I don't know what it is.
Well, so this is interesting because I'm since I've known you, like you've worked out of your like your room,
And
but have you? I've always only ever worked in small spaces. Like my room when I was growing up was fucking small. My rooms that I've lived in, like my houses that I've lived in the UK, they're always tight. They're always just small. They're like, we just don't have space.
Mhm.
So I'm used to that. I actually, the thought of working in a big place is like almost, I can't even fucking imagine it. I can't even imagine.
I just want it. I've always had that like you, but I've always craved having the space. And so like when I like this is an upgrade for me from the car. So I still haven't outgrown this. Like I'm still okay with this. It's fine. But in a dream setting, it would absolutely be to have more room, and just like a bigger area.
Interesting that you have that, like, because for me it feels like I've gotten used to this, and anything like larger than this would feel unnatural, almost like I'm not used to it. Like it's unnatural. Whereas
it probably would be, but I think I don't know. I think it'd be lit, dude. Like plus, it almost encourages you to like do it. Just like I don't know, like you'd have people over.
Have you do you ever watch like Mark S. Brownlee, MKBHD, the like tech reviewer?
Probably.
Yeah, he's you know him. He's the tall dude that does like Ultimate Frisbee and stuff. He does all the like tech reviews.
What's his name?
MKBHD, Marquez Brownlee. He's in my opinion, he is the absolute goat of YouTube. He is the number one YouTuber.
I just found him.
But he has built himself up where he has if you watch a couple of his videos, he has a full massive like big open studio kind of thing.
That's what I would be shooting for.
Yeah, lots of like camera gear, but it's filled with lots of like camera gear, and it's filled with gear to do all of his stuff.
It would probably be like that. Like I did a podcast with Caleb from NFT Donut, Caleb, a while ago, and we were talking about like what would be like your ideal thing. I'm like, sometimes I'll visualize a big open like atrium. So like one of my like those really nice New York apartments where you can see like the floor to ceiling windows that are like really big. There's a lot of space. It's like a nice white floor that's like maybe marble or something shiny, with a lot of space, like really big countertops, stuff like that. Like that's what I like. Not just because I'm sure it's expensive and it like looks luxurious, but it's mainly just about the space. Like I just want that space. I crave that space. And so that's kind of what I want. So that would be like my only big change, like a dream situation would be like have that. Other than that, it would be to stream like the other day. So let me read you my Monday. I had to wake up at like 8 a.m. to do this quick mint thing for this project. So I minted the thing at like 9, got up after that, had the audition thing at 9 or no, at 1 o'clock. So I did the audition. That was fun. But then this is where I know that I'm not cut out for like the entrepreneur life like you are like that. Had a meeting at 3 with D's Nuts to set up a couple different things with them. And then I had a meeting with Lazy Lions at 9. So I had 2 or 3 separate meetings that whole day. And like, dude, it was just really hard to get into anything, just knowing I had things coming up. Like, that's why I don't like scheduling things more than 2 weeks in advance. And the fact that I had 2 meetings, they weren't being recorded. They were just like set things up. It was just like mentally, like it was dope to meet them and hang out with them. Like they're all cool people, but just like doing the meetings, I was like, oh my God, bro. Like it's not the same as like streaming for a show or something like that. That's really where I had fun and I like it. But as far as doing like meetings like this, dude, like I need some kind of assistant to help me with that kind of stuff in the future. So I would have someone setting this up for me. And that would just kind of like, but like having that a full pack schedule like that makes me not enjoy stuff. I like having space, empty space, room, time to just do things.
I'm the same. I like empty space, and yeah, I don't like having shit everywhere. Fucks me off.
Yeah. So other than that, like typically my day in life is like I have a stream in the middle of the day or some kind of video. I'm editing for like half my day. I've really gotten into this. I've been able to allocate like 2 to 3 hours of like dedicated editing time, which has been a struggle. Sometimes I'll do like 10 hours editing in one day and then nothing for like 2 or 3 days. I won't film because I'll have all these videos filmed and stuff. So I've been really trying to nail down a little bit more consistent schedule of getting things done, making sure I'm actually getting something done a big task. And what else? Editing, posting. I'm posting every single hour on TikTok. So ideally, someone would take over my TikTok and just do all that stuff for me. Yeah, my goal in the next 5 years is to like mainly be off social, as far as like having someone else do that stuff for me, as far as put like a Gary Vee style, like have a team doing all this stuff for me.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, then having Bryce there to like help film, edit things.
That has to be the goal. The goal has to be as rapidly as possible, be hands off. Like, and then just focus on like what you're talking about, who you're meeting, like, and crafting stories and yeah, but not the technicalities of. Yeah,
it's just it'd be more fun, like to have if Bryce was there, like if I'm picturing this with like the big atrium, like Bryce shows up at like whatever time, we start filming things, we plan things, we edit stuff, like we live stream, like whatever it is. Yeah. And then having a team there would be so dope. You could just like focus on your own stuff, and that's where I think like for example, Philip, we know Philip, the NFT YouTuber. He's got a whole life outside of NFTs, right? He's got a family, he's got kids, he's got a lot of money too. And I was like, wow, this must be so interesting, because for him, growth is obviously like one of the goals for YouTube. At the same time, like he doesn't need it growth. He's not relying on like money he gets from like NFT stuff. So like that's a very interesting situation to be in. Like that's probably why I looked up so many YouTubers in their 30s and 40s and 50s, because they had their life sorted and they can actually offer something of value a little bit, which for the most of it was just life experience. And I think that's why I gravitated towards. And so it was really interesting, because for me, it's like, I have this fire under my ass because I'm like 24. I want to like get things done. I want to get things fast. I want to have like security in my life and blah, blah, blah. But then I was like, man, it'd be so crazy to have a YouTube channel, but have full steady income coming in from a separate thing, have no pressure to grow. And I was just like, that'd be so much more fun, dude, because you can post whatever you want. You don't care about the algorithm. I'm still able to do that for the most part here, but it would be interesting to like always be getting a certain amount of money and be totally set up basically.
For sure, man. For sure. Dude, unfortunately, I've got to jump because
that's totally fine. Yeah. Also, are you buying and selling hodly NFTs right now?
Absolutely fuck all. No, I'm not buying, not selling, and I'm not holding any NFTs. Well, I mean, I am, but they're just the stuff that's like dead in my wallet. So
hell yeah. All right, guys. Code word made to the very end. Code word. What is it? What is it?
Fuck. Iceland.
Oh yeah. Code word Iceland if you made it to the end. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the kingdom. Tom stuff down below in the description. OG, if you made it to the end, this is not your first episode of Tea Time. I want to see OG spam in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, continue on your voyage, continue to learn, and be grateful you're alive watching this video. Bye.